Chiefs. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun again to Henderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And a short gain down to about the 33. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I think our statistician ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he... down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. And Gay knocks this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From the 31, Mahomes. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for KC. 43 yards. The one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance, knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Mahomes going to throw. Buying time to his left. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
And when you run a drag route like this down near the goal line, you're hoping maybe you get an inadvertent pick to set your man free. A lot of people are calling them natural screens, but this was well defense, and they stopped him for just a short gain.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that would be the last shot that they take in this game.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up Sackett. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talked about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Stafford going to give this to Akers. Powers through it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 14. First down.
After 7-3 the score. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. A nightmare of the first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
After the interception, here's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. This is caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Henderson going to run for it, and he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. The Chiefs at 7-3 now on the year, and they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, it's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On play action, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Mahomes firing complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. 2nd down and 3. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Nicole Hardman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top for Kupp. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Hey, 43, 15.
Mahomes now to throw. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
At their 49-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Mahomes to throw once more. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. They're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. 32. Stafford on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And they'll get him down up past the 15. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll give this to Akers running right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. 80 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Henderson is going backwards here. They come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
What do you got? What do you got?
To throw is Stafford. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Rams have got it back to within a score. It's a run with Akers. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Mahomes now on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes being chased out left. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Going right back to Akers. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Here's Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Well, that makes this a two-score ball game, and you know the way this thing has been going, Charles, two scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Stafford. And the Chiefs are going to get him. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Going up top for Kupp. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Rams are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A give running right is Akers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd and 1, Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never. He's got a man complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Got a man. It's Higbee complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
On first down, Stafford here. Forced out to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Reed, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now a first down throw, Stafford. And that one complete downfield to Kupp. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on second and 8. Stafford. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of it.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw, Mahomes. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big game there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Mahomes going to throw it here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. It's caught inside the 25. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. 4th down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. And the kick here will be good, but that doesn't do anything besides make